A very good morning to all of you, 8B. Welcome to the physics class. We are going to start with a new topic, that is moon. All of you please move to page number 212, 212. Yes. So as like in movies and different serials and all, we have seen moon and we ourselves see the moon. It is a fascinating object for all of us. We like to know more about it and how it looks like from like if we have a closer view, we all keep thinking about that. But when we talk from the science or the physics point of view, we need to understand that the surface of the moon is not uh, so nice as we assume and as we see in the pictures and in the movies. Okay, so here we need to understand the first important thing regarding moon, that it is the natural satellite of the earth, since it keeps revolving around the earth in a specific manner. So that is why the natural satellite, this is the first thing. Second thing is that if we have a look, if we have a closer view of the surface is uneven. Yes. And if you talk about the gravity is very, very less in comparison to the gravity that is present on the earth. So let's see about these particular points and then we'll move to the next topic, that is phases of the moon. Take a pencil in your hand and underline. Okay, first of all, tell me, it is a luminous object or non-luminous? Tell me.
Ma'am, non-luminous,
Non-luminous.
non-luminous,
Non-luminous, but still
non-luminous.
we can see it shining because of the light.
Ma'am,
Rays
because
of the
sun's
sun.
light reflects.
Sun's light
Because of the
falls on
light
it.
that falls on it and it is reflected. So that is the first point, underline non-luminous object. Coming to the second one, atmosphere, no atmosphere and has gravity about 1/6 of the earth. It is covered with craters and mountains. That is the surface. Okay. Now coming to the last paragraph, Peter. Revolution and rotation period are almost same. Only one side of moon, and this is the reason only one side of the moon, it faces the earth. This means that we can only see the one side of the moon at all the time. Underline this. Now we move on to the phases. Now this is important regarding it. Now you can see this diagram, all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes,
at the
ma'am.
same time, you can see the explanation, these points which are given 1, 2, 3, 4. ठीक है, तो इसको पहले तो you change these bullet points. These bullets are there. You make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make it 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then what you will do, it will be very easy for you to understand it in case you keep tallying the diagram along with the explanation that I'll be telling you, I'll be giving you. So you are going to start from this place. All of you just pay attention. I have numbered it. If you can see, I have numbered it 1, 2, 3, 4. So you are going to, when I start with the explanation, you are going to begin with this one here. Okay, iske baad we will move this way. Is this clear to everyone? Anti-clockwise. Okay, beta?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
let's start with the first point. The first point says, on the day when the moon is between the earth and the sun, the moon is not visible at all. And you can see that dark portion. See, actually they have shown it with the yellow color. But here we see that blackish color, something black is covering it. You can say a shadow is there on it. Okay. So when it is not visible, when a shadow is there, it is completely invisible at that time, we call it Amavasya. What do we call it? Amavasya in Hindi and a new moon day in English. So just have a look. Whole disk, if we talk about that circle, that disk is covered. Okay? No portion of it is seen, and that is why we call it as new moon. Just observe it and tell quickly. Is it okay?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Then after that, gradually the moon starts becoming visible in the shape of crescent. Now, I think you have an idea about the crescent shape of the moon. It is related with one of the important festival of our country. Crescent moon. Which festival? It is observed and then the festival is
Ma'am, Eid.
declared.
Eid.
Eid. Okay?
Eid.
So crescent, that, yes, that thin shape That is called the thin lining type of shape of the moon visible in the sky. That is crescent moon. And up dekhiye upar agar, if you move just above it, that portion that is yellow in color that is visible. Is it the crescent shape?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
That particular part is visible to us after new moon. Then the crescent slowly starts becoming bigger. And in a week, half of the moon can be seen. And this is called the first quarter. First quarter. अगर 4 में divide करें, 2 इधर, 2 उधर, तो this is the first quarter. Just see, half of it can be seen in the third one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Anyone
ma'am.
has any problem, just stop there and then, ma'am, I'm not able to see. Okay? So this is clear to everyone? All are able to see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now moving further, beta, after this we have, now here first you write the meaning of the term gibbous and then we'll proceed. Gradually, the moon takes a gibbous shape. Gibbous means convex at both edges. But before that, you write more than, write with the pencil, more than semicircle, more than semicircle, but more than semicircle, but not a circle, but not a complete circle. More than a semicircle, but not a complete circle. देखिए यही दिख रहा है आपको. After the quarter, semicircle से ज़्यादा
Yes,
दिख रहा है.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, the portion that is visible, but it's not the complete circle. सबको समझ में आ रही है बात?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So just tell me which shape is it resembling, convex or concave?
Ma'am, convex.
Ma'am,
Convex.
Convex.
Very good. Okay. Now after that, beta, on the, now just tell first see the picture and tell me how much portion of the moon is visible in the next this thing.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
full
full
moon.
moon.
Full moon.
Full moon.
Very good, all of you. Very good, guys. Yes. So on the 15th day after new moon, so from where you started till the time, till the place where you have reached, it has almost completed 15 days. So
15.
we can see the moon as a complete disk. This happens as the earth comes between the sun and the moon. This is called full moon day. And in Hindi, the word for full is pura or purna. Yes. And when purna Chandrama can be observed, we call it as Purnima. ठीक है?
Purnima.
ठीक? ये बात सबको समझ में आ गई?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
How many days of the month have we completed? If we talk in terms of
15.
the
Ma'am, 15.
15.
15.
now let's proceed further. The full moon starts fading. Now again, it has to fade because aate, the whole disk has to get completed. It will not be visible. So the process starts. Now next, again, we see the full moon starts fading. That is decreasing. That means decreasing का मतलब वो कम नहीं होने लग रहा. Decreasing means the portion that is visible to us, that starts decreasing. So this is called waning of the moon. And where the term waning is written, there only with the pencil write down decreases. Decreases. So can you see that after that, the portion that is visible to us is less. Check. After that, you see half. दिख रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then after that, again waning crescent. And we come back to when the whole disk is again invisible. Okay? So again, after 15 days of full moon, the crescent disappears completely and no moon is visible. Again, this is called which moon day? New moon day. Okay, beta?
New moon.
And very important for you, जिनको नहीं ये बात वैसे तो everyone should know, we have the calendars also in which the tithi is written and we see Purnima and Amavasya there. So, but still, if you do not relate, if you cannot relate that way, you need to underline the time period between two new moon days or two full moon days is 29. That means we have a month period in which this phenomena occurs twice. सबको समझ में आ गई बात?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you have understood, then you don't need to learn it. Now we move on to the next, that is asteroids. Now you can see the diagram given on page number 213, beta, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ये
ma'am.
जो सर्कल सर्कल
Yes,
बने हुए
ma'am.
हैं, सर्कल सर्कल क्या है? बहुत सारे सर्कल्स बने हुए हैं. What are those circles?
Orbits. Ma'am,
Ma'am,
orbits.
orbits.
These are the orbits. ठीक है? Yes, yes, yes. These are the orbits. And in between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, can you see something?
Yes, ma'am.
Asteroid
Ma'am,
belt.
rocks, asteroids.
Asteroids.
Yes.
Asteroids.
Asteroid belt is there. Asteroid belt is there, and if we like, a large portion is also given कि ये है क्या चीज. So you can see the rock-like material there, rock-like objects. So these are rock-like objects. These keep revolving in between the orbits of the Mars and Jupiter, and these are called what? Asteroids. Okay, they are also part of the solar system. Yes, they are. Yes, and they are not very small as they appear to us in this diagram. They are bigger. So let's read about it. Quickly underline rocky celestial objects. That means they are made up of rocks. And where are they found? Between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Okay?
Jupiter.
Mars and Jupiter.
Underline that बेटा. और अब ये आए कहाँ से हैं? Because of the gravitational pull. Underline कर लीजिए. Collapse. It is believed that asteroids are the debris of planet. The waste. Debris means the waste of the planet, and from where they are coming, which collapse probably under the gravitational pull of Jupiter. So you know that there is a gravitational pull by each and every planet. So because of that, they
Yes.
have got accumulated and they have started moving in a circle in the specific orbit. Now, the other important thing is the largest asteroid has a diameter of about 1,000 kilometers. Now you can imagine how large they are. ठीक है बेटा?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now after this, then we have the next, that is comets. Comets. Now comets, where do you see? Around the sun in elliptical orbit. Now it's not shown here. Around the sun in elliptical orbits, there are some structures, there are some objects seen revolving, and these are called comets. Now, what they are made up of? Their asteroids, they were made up of rocks, rocky material. Here they are made up of dust and gases. Underline that, dust and gases. Dust and gases. Done, beta?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, a comet, when enters the Earth's atmosphere, appear as a bright object with a luminous tail. So actually what you need to remember about comet is it has a head and it has a long tail-like structure. ये आपको याद रखना है, and how you'll remember? My children are going to remember it with the help of this diagram. ये आप दिमाग में रखेंगे, a head and a long shiny tail. Now, why and how it is coming? Let's read about it. As the comet approaches the sun, the gas vaporize and it becomes luminous, forming a tail-like shape. So this is important. Then a tail of a comet, ye underline kar the tail of a comet is always directed away from the sun. Isko underline kar lijiye. You can see Halley's comet in the picture it's given. So that can be again asked that Halley's comet appear every 75 to 76 years. Last time when it was observed, it was 1986. So here you have a question. So पहले underline कर लो 1986. फिर 2061 में अब दिखेगा. तो अगर आपको कुछ particular year दिया है कि if supposing the Halley's comet was observed in this year, when it will next be observed, will you be able to answer?
Yes, ma'am. By
Yes,
adding
ma'am.
75 years.
By adding
Yes, ma'am.
75 or 76 to it, you will be able to tell the answer. ठीक है बेटा?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So let's talk about the meteors. We'll not be able to talk about meteorites because the time is up. So here we have a new term, and that is meteors. Okay. Now meteors, what are they? They are, underline कर लीजिए, they are also called shooting stars. अभी बताती हूँ क्यों. They are also called shooting stars, as you can see in the picture. And in the movies, many of the time you can see, isn't it? What is it called in Hindi?
Ma'am,
Ma'am.
Toota Tara.
Very good. Yes.
Toota Tara.
Just correct. After that, you have a line, underline that, rocky material and gases. Rocky material and gases. Now, the interesting thing about this is that you need to remember, and that is that what happens that these meteors, when they enter the Earth's surface, you know that atmosphere is there, that means gases are there. So because of the friction, what is friction? We have studied in detail. When something strikes with something due to friction, what happens? What is produced?
Ma'am, heat. Heat is produced.
Heat is produced, so that thing can burn also. ये भी पता है सबको, ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
तो
Yes,
क्या
ma'am.
होता है?
Yes.
हाँ, so when it enters the Earth's surface, ठीक है? तो atmosphere की वजह से the friction, because of friction, due to the friction with the air, it starts burning, and that is why it appears to us as the streak of light, जिसको हम टूटता हुआ तारा या shooting star कहते हैं. क्योंकि हमको तो कोई भी चीज यहाँ से जो चमकती हुई दिख रही है उसको हम सितारा तारा ही कहेंगे ना, स्टार कहेंगे. And since it has a line-like structure, so we say a streak of light. Now, children, very important, just listen to it very clearly so that you don't forget. Now, what happened initially at the time when the Earth came into existence, जब Earth बन रही थी, formation of Earth, at that time, the atmosphere was thin. It was not, the gases, the air was not present, or you can say the atmosphere was not so thick. तो उस टाइम पे फ्रिक्शन क्या रहा होगा? कम. तो
Less.
जो ये
Ma'am,
ठीक है,
low.
हाँ, ठीक है. तो जो ये meteors थे, जब ये आते थे अर्थ के पास, तो obviously they were not going to burn. Somehow they managed to remain unburned, and when they remain unburned, so as it is, they used to come and they used to fall on the surface of the Earth. And since they were so big in size, they are celestial objects. If they're going to strike our Earth, definitely they are going to create what?
Ma'am, craters.
Yes, they're going to create craters on the Earth. And that is why there is a different landform, or you can say different landforms are seen on the Earth's surface. So the ones who manage to come unburned on the surface of the Earth, they are called meteorites. And the ones that we can see burning with the bright tail-like structure, that we refer to as meteors. This is the difference between meteors and meteorites. Everybody is going to revise this so that you do not come across problem. Now, a small little topic is left, that is artificial satellite. We'll be doing it in the next class, and next we will be having revision from this lesson only. Be prepared with the objective questions. Okay, beta? So this is how we have come to the
Okay,
end of the
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Nice to meet you.